Be careful what you wish for because it can become a reality.
Yeah. The untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing games are missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. All right, so I figured while I'm here in Nicaragua, while I'm here and I got this nice little scenic view, it'd be a good time to talk some boxing, kind of get my thoughts on Lomachenko versus George Kambosos Jr. because it's a fight that I haven't had a chance to talk a whole lot about since it got signed. You know, we got Lake Managua. That's a lake too. That's a big ass lake. That don't look much like a lake. That looks like it's no smaller than Santa Monica. But I digress. Good fight. It's a good fight. It's a fight where conventional wisdom tells us that Lomachenko should outbox George Kambosos Jr. because he's the more superior fighter, right? And it's a chance for Lomachenko to reestablish himself against a name, and I think have a great performance. So that being said, I want to kind of talk about maybe George Kambosos Jr. because I do think there is a path to victory for George in this fight, because you look at some of the guys that have outboxed George in the past, like Devin Haney, or even like Mickey Bay had success, and Maxie Hughes. So those guys, particularly Devin and Mickey Bay, those guys had a reach advantage. Lomachenko was not going to have a reach advantage, and George, I think, can match Lomachenko punch for punch. But the fight within the fight, where I think the fight will ultimately be won and lost for George, is going to be just like the same way it was with Tio when Tio fought Lomachenko. When Tio fought Lomachenko, it all came down to the fact that, could Teofimo Lopez cut off Lomachenko from turning him? I think if George Kambosos Jr. can cut Lomachenko off from turning him, because we know Lomachenko likes to fight in angles, he likes to fight in semicircles, he likes to, confuse his opponents. So George has to cut him off, and we've seen in the past, when you can cut off the angle of Lomachenko, when you can do those things, you can limit the punch output, and he becomes a much more beatable fighter. So that's going to be George Kambosos' path to victory. I feel cut the angles off, limit Lomachenko turning you, try to keep a defensive responsibility, and then outwork him. Throw punches to try and outwork him. He's definitely got that going for him. So we'll see how it goes. But look, Lomachenko, I think, is going to be able to turn George Kambosos Jr. I think he understands rhythm. He understands how to feint people. He understands how to penetrate the defense of a guy like George. So I think in the end, Lomachenko just too skilled, too good, too intelligent for George. But it's a good fight. If Lomachenko can be victorious in this fight and do it in dominant fashion, then it's going to open up a whole truckload of options. I mean, I know we've heard about a potential Williams Zepeda fight for Lomachenko, which I think would be amazing because Williams Zepeda is one of boxing's premier volume punchers. If we can't get Williams Zepeda, then obviously Top Rank has a big in-house fight with Raymond Murataya potentially. So there's definitely some options for Lomachenko, but he's got to go ahead and take care of business against George Kambosos Jr. And I want to give George credit because one thing about George, and I want boxing fans as a whole to give George Kambosos Jr. his due, because whether he's winning, losing, drawing, whatever the case may be, this is a guy that does not take easy fights ever. Never takes easy fights. Look at Ian before he became a champion. Fought Lee Selby, fought Mickey Bay, fought Lopez, fought Devin Haney twice, fought Maxie Hughes. Now he's fighting Lomachenko. I mean, I think in terms of quality opposition, the guys that George is fighting are some of the best in the sport. Really and truthfully. He hasn't taken too many soft touches. I mean, Maxie Hughes, some people may say Maxie Hughes was supposed to be a soft touch, but Maxie Hughes, I didn't view him as no soft touch because of Maxie Hughes' ability to counterpunch and just how George fights. So I didn't view him as a soft touch, and it showed on the night. So we'll see how this fight goes, man. George is gonna have the Australian advantage again at being at home. It's never really panned out for him in big fights because he had the Australian advantage twice against Devin Haney, but we'll see how it goes this time. I believe George brought in a new coach for this camp. I think it's like a Russian amateur coach or something like that. So hopefully he's made the improvements in the gym because he's going to need them, because if the George Kambosos Jr. that fought Maxie Hughes shows up in this fight, Lomachenko's going to have an absolute field day. It's going to be target practice for him. So we'll see how it goes, man. But listen, you guys keep it locked to True School Sports. I'm out here in Managua, Nicaragua with my boy Eric Lantis Jr. He's fighting tomorrow down here. He's 140 pounder. He actually sparred George a couple years ago. And he's trying to, you know, he's going to get back in the fold of things at 140. And you'll be hearing that name really soon. But, yeah, I just wanted to come here and give my quick little thoughts on George versus Lomachenko. Lomachenko is one of the great fighters of our era. And we got to appreciate him every single time he fights, because we don't know how many more times he's going to go to the well and continue fighting. So I know I'm going to enjoy it, and hopefully you guys too. And hopefully George can make it a competitive fight and make it a good fight, because the conventional wisdom and all the talk I've heard around this fight is the fact that he doesn't really have any chance, which I don't think is 100% true. I think he's got a chance. It's just that I don't know if he's gonna be able to do what he needs to do to win this fight. Which, like I said, you have to cut the angles off of Lomachenko, and you have to turn Lomachenko into a straight line fighter. And you turn Lomachenko into a straight line fighter by not allowing him to get into rhythm, by getting that sidestep and those angles on you. The same way Manny Pacquiao used to throw the straight left hand and then angle off to the right. It's the same thing with Lomachenko. So those are my thoughts. I think Lomachenko wins a pretty wide decision. But hopefully George comes to fight and makes it a fun affair for the boxing fans. So, yeah. You guys, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Make sure you guys take the time to subscribe. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me. But I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys. Thank you for watching another video on the untouchable True School Sports Empire. I'm at the Boxing Hall of Fame out here in Canterbury, New York. And for more great boxing content just like this video, make sure you click and subscribe right over here.